Hey everybody, how you doing? Dashin Dave here again. Please click that subscribe button and hit that like button. Thank you very much. All right, Tuesday, November 22nd, 2022. On my coffee run, Starbucks run for Megan at the medical complex. Been getting this one here, 5784, 33 miles, 21 deliveries. This is like the 7th time I've got it this morning. I originally took it. It was going up to Story City, one item per stop. The largest thing I saw was a little Huffy bicycle, a 16-inch bicycle. I guess that's tire size. But anyway, I'm assuming that's in a box. There were some earbuds and some other things, and I was going to take it. But then, kind of did the math. Number one, pickup's not for another half hour. And number two, when I added my return miles to Ames from Story City, we're barely over $1 a mile. Now, $57, it was going to be probably a 2-hour tour, so a little over $25 an hour. But when you break it down per the jobs, it's like $2.47 or something like that per job. Or $27 an hour, up to the 57 or whatever, is pretty damn good pay for 2 hours worth of work. But it's one of those things that it feels to me, okay, they just did a $1 incentive, so that'll go up to $58 now. But it just seems to me, doing a $7 run in a 20-minute period and being around for Uber Eats and possibly even Doordash if I decide to turn that on, depending on how things are going, yada, yada, yada. It just doesn't feel right to be out of the zone, Ames, if you will, for 2 hours. And then, I get, the fact that they're not paying that much because there's so much of them, on there to make, quote, a good pay. $2.50 or whatever it was per delivery. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of walking on, in and out of the truck, yada, yada, yada. And so I unassigned it or canceled it, and then it's hit about every 30 seconds. So no one's taking it right now. Okay, for example, take this one here. It's 2 orders, 4 miles, total payout $16.26. There is pending $7 tip on there. So, in my opinion, that one there feels better, for lack of a better phrase, than 2 hours for 57. Plus somebody gets it, they're kicking in a tip. All right, so Uber Eats wants to tack on something. $3.07, Panera, all the way out to the campus town. That's definitely a no. So we'll get Megan's coffee dropped off. I don't have to be at the Walmart until 8:45. It does show that the order is ready, but when you start the trip, it still says you're going to get there too early. I'll try that when we get the coffee dropped off here and see what happens, but usually that's the case. Even if it says order status ready and you start the trip, it goes, you're going to be there too early, start trip later. So we'll try that, and if that is what happens, then what I'll do is go ahead and start up Doordash, because we've got 20 minutes. If I could pick up a Panera, if you will, that's just around the corner or whatnot, then I can do that. Then go do the Walmart deliveries, and it's just a couple items, very small orders, and $16. Yeah, that feels better. That feels much better. All right, I've noticed this a couple times, at least here at this Walmart. They're not the best on telling you on the app what the order actually is. Looking at this right here, 9 bags, if you will. And the one bag says, great value party size, original potato chips. Okay, that's that order we're looking at here in my tote. And you can see that there's a lot more there than just one bag of potato chips. There's actually a 5-pound bag of potatoes, and you know, a few other items. Very lightweight. It is a small order, but you know, I mean, if I ever show up and it's not listed and there's 3 cases of water going up 3 flights of stairs when I thought it was a bag of potato chips, I'm kicking that one. So yeah, there's been, you know, you look at this one right here. It shows 8 bags and potato chips. So they may not list everything that is on the order. And I guess we can maybe infer or assume just a little bit that if there's 8 bags all together, that it's not that, you know, it's not cases of water, it's not 6 packs of pop, yada, yada, yada. So, and in this case, you know, it's a real light order. So that's just something that, you know, when I saw that, I thought, nah, there's going to be more. And there was. So you got to kind of take some of this with a little shot of a whiskey and roll with it. All right, we're going to call this one a banger. $19 payout, not that many items, and it's going 1 mile north. It is right at 10 o'clock. I do have Doordash on pause, so we'll go get this one banged out. There is a tip on there. I don't have the screenshot of that right now. I think it's like $4. There is, I believe, $8 quote peak pay right now. So that would be $9. That would be, but still, again, I can't figure these orders out. This is in ASAP. I saw it twice. I missed it the first time and figured, well, I lost out on it. But that was just my timer. It was not a first come, first serve. And I got it again. So incredibly, someone didn't snatch this one up. No stairs or anything. It's, you know, it's to an apartment, but it's a duplex. And so, you know, if there's $8 incentive, that takes it down to 11, and then I don't know, $4 or $5. So I guess that'd be about right. $6 per job, maybe. I don't know. The short distance runs, they're the ones I love. Okay, I was wrong. I had to climb stairs. It said apartment 2, but it was an old building. And once I kind of figured out the address, I'd been there once before on a food delivery to the top floor, and they're corrugated metal stairs on the outside of an old 3-story, 4-story house. Probably a rich guy lived in there at one point in time, and it's been carved up into little apartments. And those stairs are a mother. I mean, even without snow and ice on them, they're a mother. But little old lady looks like, you know, she kind of sounded like she was from Russia or something like that. And I said, as I was climbing up the stairs, she was waiting for me. It was a customer signature. I said, I don't blame you having groceries delivered. And she goes, I don't have a car. And so anyway, it wasn't very heavy load in the tote there, but she did tip $7. So remember, the total payout was $19. She tipped $7, bless your heart. And I'll keep an eye out for her. I'm thinking the reason hers got to me like 2 or 3 times when I was doing other things and wasn't able to take a job, and it's because people have done it before, maybe. I mean, my God, 19. Now here's the other thing. So it's $19. She tipped $7, so that brings it down to $12. If there's an $8 surge pay that I thought I saw, then that takes it down to a $4 job. And then with her $7, that'd still be $11 for a 1 mile, 15-minute job. So I'm guessing some people said, you know, I'm just not walking those stairs or something, or maybe there's not that many of us out here after all. I don't know. But $19 for $19 for 15 minutes worth of work in 1 mile. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, so we're no longer sparking. That shut off automatically at 10. It's 10:20. Got DoorDash on and Uber Eats on. Haven't been running Grubhub too much lately, just to kind of keep things a little calm without all those apps, dings, pings, and cowbells. And so we're into the cater hour here. Come on, cater job. Oh, it's nice out. Beautiful day again. It's 36 right now, which ain't too bad. Closer to where we should be. Got a chicken quesadilla from Tropical Smoothie. I got my hazelnut coffee from Panera Bread. We're sitting good. What is our total right now? $56.86 for 2 hours and 15 minutes. That comes out $25.27. And $2.18 per mile. That last one there, that 19 just, cracked me over the edge there on the mileage metric. All right, you did it. Last night, broke 1,900 YouTube subscribers. This is your channel. Thank you very much. All right, this Taco John's order going down to a person that I've delivered to on several occasions. They have an in-home daycare, and she'll buy Chick-fil-A or Taco John's on a semi-regular basis. So today the kiddies are having soft shell tacos and potato olays. I think that's kind of cool. And it's not a bologna sandwich and cold macaroni and cheese, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody got that?
So anyway, we'll see. Usually, depending on the size of the order, the cost of the order, when you get a delivery to her, I've noticed, this showing $7.50 plus. So we know it's going to be more. And my guess is it's going to be around just the $8 or $9 range. It depends on how much this costs. I'm guessing around $8.50. It's going to be $1, maybe just a little bit more, but for a few miles and a little bit of time. Now, I was there at Taco John's for about 10 minutes, and there's nobody in there. It's not even 11 yet, and this has been happening today and yesterday with the students gone for Thanksgiving break. It happened yesterday at Arby's. I happened to be sitting in the Panera parking lot right next door and got the order for Arby's, walked in, and she looked at me and she goes, "You got here before the order did." Bing, then it came in. So this is a case where Doordash is pushing out the orders to us before the order is even pushed out to the restaurant. And I've talked about this before where that can really screw things up. There's been times I've been at the restaurant, specifically Panera, which takes a little time to make the food. I'll be there at 10 o'clock, and the order's not scheduled to be picked up until 10:20 or 10:30. And that just screws everything up, Tony. I understand what you're doing. I believe that you push the orders out when it's available to be pushed out. And remember, there's not that many orders in the queue. And it's probably to keep us happy, if you will, and keep us on the hook, so somebody doesn't sit around for 20 minutes and goes, "I'm out of here," and then sign off. Then all of a sudden, if enough do that, you're short of delivery drivers. So they're probably parsing them out, in the thought process that me sitting in a parking lot not doing anything for 10 or 15 minutes is not the same as sitting in the restaurant waiting for the order to be fulfilled. And I kind of get that, psychological trick. So, it's just, sometimes it seems to be at odds to what we do now. And then there's been some cases, it only happened one time, where their comment to me was, "Oh, I wasn't expecting this until 11:30 and I delivered it like at 11:10. This was quite a while ago. And they seemed not miffed about it, but they were expecting it at 11:30. Most of the people are going, "Cool, it's here now." So anyway, you can play it either which way.
A few moments later.
Yeah, it was 8 1/4. Not too bad, not too bad. A little bit of hidden there, so to speak. Gonna look at this here. This is something I've never seen before. I tapped on Got It after I took the screenshot here showing us the $8.25. This popped up. At first I thought they had sent something. You see up at the top there it says "Your customer," and then it says "Drop-off location." This is a text message, and it shows a screenshot of where the location was that I just made the delivery. But I tapped on it, and then it interfaced with Google Maps, and it zoomed to the position, and I think it was live. Okay, so that's interesting that you can send a location or a presence in text messages that is live. So anyway, then I just put "Thank you, Dave," and sent it off to her, and so that's really interesting. I mean, we already take the picture showing the location on the step. I suppose now, and this is the first time I've seen this today, or ever, I suppose you send a map link, kind of, or whatever, Google Maps, that this is the general neighborhood. I mean, that's the house that I dropped off to, and they can tap on it and see it. I don't know. I've never had a food delivery. So I'm guessing this is a representation, if you will, possibly, of what the customer sees when it's not live, but when they're watching you drive to them and they have to keep refreshing, maybe that's where this is coming from. That would make sense. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, if I'm not in the right place, I'm not in the right place, and I guess they could say, call me up real quick or text me and go, you're in the wrong place. You know, but the app's going to tell me that, but just another layer of protection for the customer. That's kind of cool. So anyway, alrighty. We'll see how many times that pops up. And I was in the right location. You know, I was at the right place, so it wasn't, you know, saying that I wasn't in the right place and was not showing the customer I was not in the right place. I don't know. It seems to be a little repetitive on what we do, but whatever. All right, had a minute here and notice I had an email, a comment on my most recent video is from OJ out in Portland, Oregon. He says, Uber Eats finally rolled out acceptance and cancellation metric ratings for me. I've never seen them before doing Eats. I know they exist for regular drivers. I have been able to see that since day one, at least here in Ames, Iowa. It was just under your account, and I have a 20% acceptance rating, 100% satisfaction, and the reason I have 100% satisfaction is I believe that's tied directly to the rideshare. And since I've never done any, I've never had a bad mark. And then down below, they had the little metrics of great communication, pleasant, yada, 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 where people just check mark you. And, you know, I've got some 50s and some 40s and that and everything. And I don't know if you get a bad one on there, if it detracts from it, much like the thumbs on Doordash. But anyway, I've always seen my acceptance rating on Uber Eats food. Now, I did see some videos here recently pop up. I didn't watch too much of them, but I saw the headline that Uber Eats is doing the same thing as DoorDash with the tiers, and your acceptance means something. And so I'm not sure if that's coming. You know, it's working for DoorDash. We know that. That's why they're rolling out the accept more, earn more nationwide. And it wouldn't be too surprising that some of the other apps follow suit. So he continues, he goes, he went in there and found this, and he says, anyway, these metrics are still a joke because they have a clause that says, why does acceptance rate matter? And everything they said doesn't affect deliveries. So I'll get a screenshot of this. I believe I've got this. Yeah, here we go. So here's what they say about why acceptance rate matters. High acceptance rate means shorter wait times for customers and shorter pickup times for all drivers, so you can spend more time on trip earning. Well, shorter wait times for customers, yeah, sure. I mean, if everybody takes every order, the $3 order is getting picked up quicker than it would. I get that. But it doesn't mean shorter wait times for us. I guess unless they say shorter wait times before we get an offer, but how does the fact that somebody accepts every order, or we all do, mean the order is going to get to us any sooner, because it ain't going to get to us until it's placed? And shorter pickup times, no. I mean, if it's going to take them 20 minutes to make the food, it's going to take 20 minutes to make the food. So that's a little bit of a manipulation, wordplay there that someone might go, ooh, okay. But yeah, that does not mean anything. So as of right now, I've accepted 39 jobs and declined 139 between October 23 and November of 22. So for that 30-day period, 139 rejected and 39 taken. So now you look at this double that I just got here. One pickup at Chipotle and one pickup at Panda Express, which are just literally across the street from each other. And it's paying $8 to go 1.1 mile. Well, the Panda Express is a no tip. That's $2. So the other one is a $6. And given the way the market feels here today, not exactly hammering, I'm going to go ahead and take it. I'm even going to, you know, do the no tip, because you look on the map here, the drop-offs are within a block of each other. So it's going to take me just a few seconds to drop off that Panda Express, you know, for $2. But that's $2 on the pile, and we'll take the good with the bad. I'm not going to peel it off because I am at 93, I believe, right now on my completion rate, and need to be up at 95 at the end of the month. So we'll do our duty here. Panda Express, it's going to be ready. I walk in, pick it up. Chipotle, it's going to be ready. Walk in, pick it up. So I'm going to be literally spending no time whatsoever on pickup. And I'm right down here in the Duff Zone. I'm just going to literally be dropping these things off just a couple blocks away from the Duff Zone. Stay in the zone, and we'll take the $8. Yep. All right, there it is. I kind of forgot about it and lost track. That delivery right there was my 4,001st DoorDash delivery. My 4,000th was the $2 no tip miserable clown delivery just prior to this. 4,000 lifetime deliveries. Wow. Seems like a really high number. That's just over a year, just over a year's time. All right, so we have a new player in the DoorDash delivery gig family. Dairy Queen, never seen that before. I didn't take it, it's too far away, going way too far up north where there's not a whole lot of anything to pick up there. So I didn't take that one. And but yeah, Dairy Queen, okay, so they're a new player in the game. All right, well, there's 3 in a row. I did not do the Dairy Queen. Little Caesars going to Nevada. I debated that one for a second, and I thought I don't want to go to Nevada and come all the way back for $6.75. And then 3 1/4 for 3 miles, Taco John's. This is what I feared yesterday, and it is about 10 to noon. And yesterday I jumped out of DoorDash at noon thinking that, normally we'll get to 1:30 lunch being busy, but without all the kids, I think that could really throttle back. And so yesterday at noon, I shut DoorDash off and jumped in to grocery delivery. In fact, let's go ahead and fire Spark back up and see what kind of customer demand bar height we've got here. The smallest bar of all right now. However, at noon, it triples in size, which still isn't going to say much. So, thinking that the best part of the day at almost noon is almost already here and gone. We'll hang on just a little bit while longer, but I've already thought to myself that if it gets really dead slow, pack it in, come back tomorrow. And I re-signed up for my iRacing and been doing some racing against the AI, the computer, all the computer drivers, and been kind of getting into that, just practicing a little bit in the tour mod. And I'm doing some longer races, and I'm doing a 200 lapper at Bristol, and haven't made it to the end yet. I've reset it 3 or 4 times. I can get 100 laps in, and then I get impatient, try to force it 3 wide and get run over. Well, actually, I guess I'm doing the running. Okay, Dairy Queen and Dunkin' Donuts, 3.8 miles, 10 bucks. And this appears to be a double dash. Dairy Queen and Dunkin'. And it appears to be a double dash. So I start out here and then work my way west. So we'll take that one there. And we'll find out in just a half a second here. And it is a double dash going to the exact same residence. So we'll go pick up a Dairy Queen for the first time ever here in Ames, Iowa. Okay, so we're gonna put double A's on that, and I think I'm less than 54% acceptance rating right now. We're at 55, and just maintain and treading water, and 93% completion rate. When I was at Dairy Queen picking up the chicken tenders of this double dash, I ran into Nancy, Dasher Nancy. Hadn't seen her for a while. And she goes, "These guys must have just started up." And I said, "Yep, my first order here too." She was picking up the one that I did not earlier. Okay, then we had a minute to talk in the parking lot there. She was at the Little Caesars franchise here in town not too long ago. I've been there several times. You might remember, delivered 20 pizzas to a sorority when school just first started up this year. And she had gone in there to pick up an order that had gone missing. And Eugene, the franchise owner, good guy, but don't fuck with Eugene. She goes, he had figured out that, the guy came in, the other dasher came in, picked up the order, and then unassigned it. So he was thieving pizza. And Eugene was able to figure out which one it was and all that, because he got the notice that there was no, delivery, yada, yada, yada. Or maybe that's when Nancy showed up because he had kicked it loose, or something along that line. You know what I'm saying? She said he was on 2 phones. One phone to DoorDash saying, "I don't ever want to see that asshole here again." and wanted something done. And on the other phone, he was with the Ames police, wanted the SOB arrested. I don't think he probably got there with that. You know, they're probably not going to worry about that. But like Nancy said, good to see somebody taking a proactive stance. Now, I realize a lot of time, some of these managers and all that, they don't care, write it off. But Eugene runs this franchise. It's his baby. And yeah, on 2 phones, one to Doordash and one to the cops. And so, yeah. And then she continued, she said she was down at Panda Express not too long ago where there was orders missing. In fact, when I was at Panda Express picking up an order just about an hour or so ago, ran into another Dasher there, and she was there for a double pickup. Nobody knew, they didn't have the order. So that to me sounds like a snafu. It's not that somebody came and took it, because those girls are pretty sharp too. You know, so if she came in, you know, looking for an order for Biff and Chad, I think the girls would remember that they'd handed that out already. So that might have been a snafu. But anyway, so, all right, well, got the double dash dropped off. Gonna do this Uber Eats out to south of town. And it's about 12. I'll be done with that about 12:30, 12:35. And I'll be right down there at Highway 30. I may just go ahead and turn right and head east and go home and do a little stock car racing or something. So I just dropped off that Starbucks south of town here. And then Insomnia Cookies rang in, 2 12-packs, 20% off, app only is what it says. And it's showing $10 even. So I'm thinking that's an indication that there's going to be a little extra on here. Number one, that's a lot of cookies. Not near like the 100-pack that I delivered last week. But 2 dozen cookies, and the payout being an even 10 is an odd payout. Now, it very well could be that's it. But there could be a few extra bucks on there on a hidden. We'll find out when we get that delivered. All right, that's going to work out pretty slick. I was picking up the Insomnia cookies, and they tacked on this $9.57 order from Village Inn out to the regular that I've been to before, where they have that really cool old 100-year-old school that's been converted into apartments. Brian, he's a regular. Been to him many times from Perkins, Village Inn. And so that's literally halfway home. I'm going to get paid. It's I'll be there and dropping him off at about 1:15. And then I'm just, you know, halfway home. I'm going home, and that'll make the day's total. So yeah, that'll be 115 bucks in 5.5 hours. That's right at $21 an hour. Pretty darn good. A lot of that is the Spark Shop and Deliver. I hope that this continues through the holiday season, and I think it will. I mean, grocery delivery is huge. Probably a little bit bigger in certain aspects than the food delivery. I mean, when you got people that are regularly ordering grocery delivery. So, you know, I'm barely my second week into it, and we'll just learn the system more. And already learned a lot on the no-tip orders, and the fact that most of the orders in this market are no tips. You got to weigh the time factor, the stare factor, and the mileage factor. Okay, got those 2 Uber Eats dropped off. $2.54 hidden tip on the cookies, so that was 10. It was actually $12.54. This one here with Brian dropping off the Village Inn will probably remain the same. So on the top of every hour, I've been looking to see if my Spark wages have been transferred to branch. They said could be as late as 5 p.m. on Tuesday, payday. And I checked just a minute ago, and they are there. So let's see what kind of hoops I'm going to have to jump through to get my money. It should be a one press. In my opinion, one press. Remember, we don't have to do anything with all the other apps. Here, we got to ask for our money. Okay. And this does include my $210 incentive that I completed last Friday. So we got a balance of $330. Move funds to a bank. That's where they're showing my balance. Because they're accessing my information. But that balance is not correct because the other pay was in there. So it's a day late. Tap on that, continue, move it. You have to determine how much you want moved. That I kind of understand. You can put some on the debit card, some on the bank. So we want to do the whole thing, 330.09, 330.09. Continue. Swipe up, everything looks good. Enter your passcode, one more time? Your transfer has started. Oh, and little dollars are flying down. will be transferred to State Bank and Trust within 3 to 5 business days. If your transfer isn't completed within 3 to 5 business days, contact support via your account tab so you can get a form letter back and then hang up on the damn phone. Continue. And we went to 0 on the balance. Okay, so now we wait to see how long it takes. Now, the last time I did this transfer, which was last Friday, after jumping through all the hoops and getting the account set up and everything, I initiated a transfer on Friday. Then we went through the weekend, and it was there on Monday, I think around 9 a.m. So we'll see how long it takes this to get to me. So yeah, pretty good day. Not a record-breaking day, but a good day. So we finished the day with $118.48. That came out to $22.56 an hour. A lot of that's at grocery deliveries. The good paying ones really help, like that $19 one that went 1 mile. And $2.11 per mile. All right. And one more time, thank you all for watching. 1,900 subscribers now on YouTube. That's awesome. I never thought I'd be that high. Thank you all, guys and gals. All right, guys and gals, that's all I've got for you today. Hopefully you can take something from this video and put it to use for yourself. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and hope to see you next time.